Check one, check two, check one, check two. 20 minutes, and they start the second period on the power play. They got a minute 20 left at the man advantage. They were 1 for 1 on the power play in the opening period. Looking to make that 2 for 2 here as Comerford picks up the puck, shoots, and scores. Cole Comerford makes it 3-1 for the Rustlers. They're perfect on the power play, and they extend their lead here just 14 seconds into the second period.
There's full power play for Cole Comerford.
Now Woodward picks up loose puck, slams on the brakes down the left wing, waiting for his teammates to catch up. Mullet does. Can't handle that pass cleanly, though, and the Eagles clear it out to center ice. Berg there to pick it up and quickly move it the other way. Now, loose puck picked up by the Eagles and a save made by Yzerman up on his shoulder, and it bounces up and over the glass into the netting. Face off upcoming. For those of you who are with us in the first period, we apologize for the audio issues. We had some settings kerfuffles with our microphone, but we've got it fixed now. We've heard that it sounds better, so you can hear my lovely voice for the rest of the evening. Now the Eagles win the draw. Quick shot from the point, steered aside by the blocker of Yzerman. Fletcher plays it to the wall to Blake Fletcher. Over to Goslin, and now stretch pass looking for Hamilton, but that was out of his reach. And he's so close, but not quite able to beat out the icing. And Oyen with another quick shot off the faceoff. Yzerman with a snazzy glove save, holds on for the faceoff. Oyen wins the draw once again. That shot blocked by Aykroyd, and that one stung. Looked like it caught him on the top of the foot. And then he proceeds to break his stick as he made contact with an Oyen defender. Rustlers not able to get it out of the zone, and they turn it over again. But this time they are able to just scoot it out across the blue line as that loose puck just kept on trickling down ice. Oyen gets it in deep once again, and Goslin trying to find an outlet pass. His pass behind Leggett. Goslin gets it back, and all he can do is send it out to center ice. And we get a quick whistle here. And all the way down into Oyen territory. Leggett chips the puck in behind the net off the faceoff, but Oyen able to clear the zone down the ice, and it's not going to be far enough for icing. The Eagles chase it down, but a good physical play there by Jackson knocks the puck loose, but he can't get out of the zone yet, and now we get a whistle. But the Rustlers on their first penalty kill of the evening. Battle along the wall, and finally Berg comes away with it, sends it all the way down the ice. Two fresh forwards out there for the Rustlers. It's Carson James and Derek Pfister. Pfister trying to chase down a loose puck now. He gets to it and now pinned against the wall. The Eagles pick that puck out of the pile. And try a cross ice saucer pass. Pfister knocks it down, and now we get a whistle. There's an Eagle down. Caden Dumanowski down on the ice right now, and it looks like the Rustlers captain, Josh Berg, might be heading to the box. That was way behind the play, so I didn't get a good look at it. We'll see what the penalty call is. It's going to be 2 for slashing. So the Rustlers down 2 men right now. A minute 16 remaining on the Leggett penalty, so a long 2-man advantage for the Eagles here as they trail by 2 just a few minutes into the second period.
Sounds great. Really good. Thank you.
Oyen wins the faceoff. That shot blocked by Blake Fletcher. And Fletcher takes a whack at the loose puck. Can't get out of the zone, but Goslin does. Good effort by the penalty kill unit, which right now is Carson Fletcher, Blake Fletcher, and Spencer Goslin out there. And a great play by Blake Fletcher. Forces a turnover, picks up the puck himself, takes his time getting down the ice, fires a shot towards the net. Not a whole lot on that, but kicked aside by Olsen, and Fletcher able to get off the ice and get some fresh legs out there. And a cross ice pass right in front of the crease was knocked away. And the Rustlers clear the zone once again. Only 25 seconds left on the Leggett penalty as this 3-man penalty kill unit is getting the job done so far. Oyen comes in and fires a hard shot. It's Dumanowski, but right into the glove of Eisman, and he holds on. 15 seconds to go in the first Rustler penalty, 60 seconds left in the second. So Leggett standing, ready to get back out on the ice. It's James, Jackson, and Horn out there on the 3-man PK. And that shot blocked by Horn as Leggett steps out onto the ice. And we get some rough stuff in the corner here. It's 2 Oyen Eagles going after a Rustler, and now everybody's on there, all 9 skaters on the ice, battling in the corner. Some rough stuff going on. And it looks like it was Horn that was pinned down to the ground and had 2 Eagle skaters on top of him when this whole mess started. Looks like everybody will get out of there unscathed, but we'll see if there's any penalty ramifications after this. And as the mess in the corner is broken up, the Eagles and the Rustlers both send an alternate captain out on the ice to talk this through with the officials and see what's going on. So Horn's going to head to the box. We'll see if any Eagles are sent there. No penalties awarded Oyen's way. No penalties awarded Oyen's way. And so the Rustlers, who just killed off a 5-on-3 penalty kill, are right back to it. And now we get a quick whistle as Goslin's clearing attempt got Blake Fletcher right up under the chin. Thankfully, he's wearing that fishbowl cage. He should be okay. 35 seconds remaining in the Berg penalty. And the penalty kill unit is Hamilton, Fletcher, and Goslin. Fletcher has it pinned in the corner, up against the wall, killing precious time off this penalty kill. Goslin knocks the puck loose into the near corner. But Oyen now trying to set up their power play. They get it up to the point. Over to the left side. That drop pass splits the Eagles skaters and out into the neutral zone. And that'll do it now for the Berg penalty. He comes sprinting onto the ice. And now loose puck. Berg trying to catch up to it, but he and the puck were heading in opposite directions. And now a stretch pass for the Eagles, but they can't connect cleanly. And Pfister is able to knock it loose. 1 minute to go in the horn penalty as the Rustlers look to get back to even strength the first time in almost 6 minutes. Wainwright clears it down the ice. It's knocked down at center ice. Rustlers pick it up. It's Pfister over to James, and his shot goes just wide on the glove side. Now Smigelski down the left wing fires a shot, but it hits his own teammate and goes wide of the net. Pfister picks up the rebound on his backhand, sends it all the way down the ice. That Eagles pass is picked off by Creasy. With 10 seconds to go in the horn penalty. Oyen sends puck down the ice. Berg's there to pick it up, bangs it off the glass, but can't get it past center ice. But that'll kill enough time, and now the Rustlers back to full strength. Horn steps onto the ice, and we got 5-on-5 hockey again. Horn picks up the puck, plays it into the far corner, and gets off the ice as quick as possible. Clausen rings it around the wall. Leggett there to pick it up. Tries a centering pass, but it goes off an Oyen stick, and they clear the zone. Rustlers get it right back, though. Now a little back and forth in the neutral zone. Oyen picks up the puck. It's Thornton, comes in, fires a shot, goes off the skate of Fletcher, and wide of the net. Wainwright now able to clear the zone. Leggett lumbering down the left wing, flips it down into the near corner, and the Rustlers get a full service line change. Dicker carries it across the blue line, tries to step back to the middle of the ice, but lost the handle on it. And the puck squirts out beyond the blue line. Oyen picks up a loose puck, steps into the zone, fires a shot that's blocked by Mullet. They get the rebound back, looking for a cross-ice pass. They find it. Good blocker save made by Eisman. James picks up the rebound and controls it in his own zone. He feeds it forward to Pfister, who carried across the blue line, but it gets knocked off his stick just inches into the offensive zone. The Eagles able to clear the zone. Boost brings it around the boards, but the Rustlers there to pick it up. Aykroyd plays it off the wall into a crowd. The Eagles able to dump it in once again. And now a turnover from Aykroyd gave the Eagles a good scoring chance there, but a save made by Eisman. And the Rustlers pick up the rebound and clear it out of the zone. And that's going to be a nice and call against Oyen. As we are approaching the halfway mark of regulation, 10:28 to go in the second period. Rustlers came into this game sitting at 2-1 on the season. Oyen 1-2. And each team looking to solidify a strong start to their 2025 season. Goslin from the point plays it down to Woodward. A hard pass looking for Creasy, but it was in his skates. And the Eagles come the other way. Eisman comes out of his crease to play it over into the corner. Now Creasy chips it forward to Comerford. Tries to play it off the wall to himself, but it went off a skate. And all he could do was send it in deep. Oyen clears his zone down the ice. And if it's got enough juice, it'll be icing. But they're going to wave it off as Fletcher had gotten there just as the puck was touching the icing line, the goal line. Rustlers play it in deep. Horn comes in to pick it up along the wall. He puts a shot on goal as kicked aside by Olsen. And a chance in tight, and the Rustlers score again. Chase Fletcher buries one on a little patient wraparound and tucks it in on the glove side to make it 4-1 for the Rustlers with 9.5 minutes to go in the second period.
Running for goal. Yeah, it's me. Chip. Carton man. 4-1. 49. Fletcher from Leggett and Horn.
The Rustlers get the puck in deep, and now the Eagles trying to set up a breakout out of their own end. Lots of pressure from the Rustler forecheck. And Oyen eventually gets the puck in behind the Rustler net. Mullet's there to pick it up. But Wainwright can't clear the zone yet. The Eagles try a centering pass right out in front of the net. Mullet steals it away, flips it way up in the air, and that's going to go down the ice. And just far enough for icing. It was a very similar play to the waved off icing in the other direction just a couple minutes ago, but Oyen gets the call and they get an offensive zone faceoff. Rustlers able to clear the zone as Pfister chips it off the wall and into Oyen territory, and then he's going to. Goslin was able to keep that clearing attempt inside the blue line just for a moment, but it bounced away from him. The Rustlers regroup at center ice. It's Fletcher with speed through the middle of the ice, but a good defensive stick knocks that puck loose. Now the Eagles with numbers the other way. Goslin's the last man back for the Rustlers, and the shot is kicked aside by Eisenman. Aykroyd was looking to hit Fletcher, but that passed a little too hard and a little behind him. You're not going to call it icing, though. 7 minutes to go in the second period. Rustlers still leading 4-1. But Oyen attacking now, and that shot rides up the stick of Cole Horn. Off the glass behind the net, bounces back out into the crease, and Eisenman jumps on it to stop play. The Rustlers won the draw, but Oyen took possession quickly, put a shot on net from the point, kicked aside by Eisenman. Wainwright trying to clear it, but they can't quite yet. Now they do. Comerford at center ice picks it up, shovels it forward to Woodward. He's got Comerford with him, and perfect pass to the back post, but Comerford couldn't get enough of it. Now he feeds it over to Horn. Horn fires and shoots, but it's wide of the net. Jackson makes a good defensive play at his own blue line. Knocks the puck loose, forcing the Eagles back to their own zone. And things are getting chippy down there. A lot of whacking and slashing going on behind the play in these last few minutes here in the second period. We'll see if that carries over into the third and we get some rough stuff going on later in the game. Speaking of which, now we've got Mullet and Bulky exchanging words down there at the Oyen blue line. And now Creasy's going to head to the box for the Rustlers. And Thandy's going to head to the box for the Eagles. Looks like that's going to be offsetting minors just to try and calm things down a little bit, as I'm sure the referees sensed the tension building here in the second period. Face off in the attacking end for the Rustlers here. It's Pfister in for the draw, and he wins it back to the captain, Josh Berg. It's going to be slashing for Creasy and cross-checking for Thandy. Offsetting minors. We're playing 5-on-5 hockey. And the Eagle is able to clear the zone. Rustlers quickly the other way. It's Dicker down the left wing. His cross-ice pass was deflected out of Pfister's reach. And a stretch pass from Oyen lands right on the stick of Mullet. And Berg's long pass heads all the way down the ice. No icing, though. Fletcher knocks down a puck flipped up in the air, tries to get it to Hamilton, and it was there. Now Jackson from his own blue line sends it up to ice to Comerford. His pass is deflected away. With 3.5 minutes to go in the second period. The Eagles ring it around the wall, but it took a bad bounce off a stanchion, and the Rustlers almost had a chance right in front. But Comerford couldn't corral the puck, and then he goes down to the ice in a heap. We're going to get a slashing call against Oyen. Comerford hit the ice like a sack of potatoes. Not sure where he got slashed or if there was another incident there. But either way, the Rustlers are going to head out on the power play once again. It's Strawn Heath heading to the box, 2 minutes for slashing. Oh, we're going to have 2 Oyen penalties. The Rustlers are going to be on the right side of a 5-on-3 now for the next 2 minutes or less. Taylor Pierce. Taylor Pierce got the slashing call. And Heath, 2 minutes for roughing. So the Rustlers with a golden opportunity here to extend their lead, which sits at 4-1 right now in the late stages of the second period. Fletcher at the point feeds it over to Blake Fletcher, but that puck was just a bit behind him and he couldn't corral the pass. And Oyen able to clear the zone. Carson Fletcher now sends it over to Carson James. He enters the zone, slows things down, looking to set up the power play. Pfister from the top of the circle. Gets it to James. Passing his feet a little bit, and he couldn't pull the trigger on a shot. The Rustlers maintain possession. Now Pfister from the top of the circle once again. To Mullet at the point. Comerford looking for the pass, but Mullet went for the redirect in front from Dicker. But it goes wide of the net. Now Comerford on the near side. Skates it towards middle of the ice. Feeds it down low to Pfister. Back up to Mullet at the point. 30 seconds left in this 5-on-3 for the Rustlers. Pfister shoots just wide. A loose puck in the crease. And the Eagles able to clear it. Mullet with a diving effort to keep the puck in the zone and give the Rustlers another chance here in this 5-on-3 power play. Dicker down tight. Feeds it over to Comerford, but that puck bounced just over his stick. James picks it up at the point. Down to Pfister at the dot. Goes across to Comerford, and he can't connect on the one-timer. Oyen clears the zone. And just like that, the Rustlers' 5-on-3 power play goes by the wayside. Not able to cash in. They quickly get it down the ice. Blake Fletcher chasing it down. The net's open as the goaltender had come out to play the puck, but he couldn't get it passed through into the slot where Hamilton was waiting. Now Carson Fletcher. Eagles played in deep. Now Goslin steps out from behind his own net. Gets it to Aykroyd, who lost it in his skates. And Goslin's stretch pass off the mark, and that's going to be icing against the Rustlers with 15.2 seconds left in the second period. And the Eagles win the faceoff. A shot from the point is kicked away by Yzerman. Aykroyd swats at that puck, but can't get it out of the zone. And the Eagles taking some whacks at it, trying to get shots on goal here. And the buzzer will sound, and that'll do it for the second period. Rustlers score a couple times in the middle frame and make it 4-1 after 40 minutes of play. They'll head to the room for a break and try to find a way to come out here and close this one out on home ice and pick up their third victory of the season. We're going to take a break as well. We'll be back in about 20 minutes for the start of the third period. See you then. Welcome back for the third period, folks. Thanks for joining us. It's a 4-1 lead for the Rustlers heading into this third period, and they extend it quickly. It's Carson Fletcher with a blast from the top of the circle, 12 seconds into the period, making it 5-1. Back-to-back periods where the Rustlers have scored in the first handful of seconds, and they set the tone here early in the third. Now Thornton comes in and fires a shot, but went off the skate of Berg wide of the net. James feeds it forward to Pfister, crosses the blue line, got knocked off a stick down into the corner. Pfister will skate in behind the net, and that centering pass was cleared away by an Eagles defender. And that's going to be no ice. Thought that would be an icing call against the Rustlers. I think they might have waved it off because the Eagles goaltender came out to attempt to play the puck. And that led to a scoring chance for the Rustlers, but Blake Fletcher puts that right in the breadbasket, and Olsen holds on for a faceoff. Rustlers keep the puck in the zone off the faceoff, but Oyen steals it back, gets it out to center ice, and they skate it into the near corner around the back of the net, but Horn plays the body along the wall, knocks the puck loose, and we've got a penalty upcoming. It's going to be against Wainwright. Olsen on the bench, giving the Eagles an extra skater on this delayed penalty call, and the whistle will go now. It's going to be a slashing penalty, and it's going to be Cody Jackson heading to the box. We're going to get an offside call against Wainwright. So this is the first time these two teams have seen each other this year. Of course, just like in many senior hockey leagues, the season consists of a home and home with each team. And it's these two teams meeting here fairly early in the season, and they won't see each other again until the very last game of the regular season on February 6th of 2026. And the Rustlers able to clear the zone once again. 50 seconds remaining in the Cody Jackson slashing penalty. The Eagles finally able to chip it in deep. Thornton chases it down, looks for a centering pass into the crease, but Eisman knocks that one away. And now Blake Fletcher with some speed trying to get a shorthanded opportunity here. And a good chance, but that popped over the right pad of Olsen and just wide of the net. Now Thornton carries it in for the Eagles, rings it around the boards, and that shot goes off the stick of Blake Fletcher and up into the netting. Face-off upcoming with 8 seconds remaining in the Eagles' power play. Eagles win the draw. From the left face-off dot, that shot is blocked. And puck comes out of the zone. Eagles regroup, Send it back in deep. Eisman comes out to play it and plays on the backhand, but there is no teammates there to pick up the puck. They do battle back, get possession, and clear the zone. And now Goslin on the left wing plays the cross looking for Pfister, but that was at about chin height and he couldn't knock it down. Now Berg up ice to Dicker. Cross the blue line, drops it for Clausen. Back to Dicker, but the puck popped over his stick. Dicker had a gorgeous goal earlier today, but has had so much bad luck with the puck just bouncing around on him. And now we're going to get a holding penalty. It's going to be against Oyen. And it's going to be Caden Dumanowski heading to the box, 2 minutes for holding. And the Rustlers, with a 4-goal lead and 15 and a half minutes to play in the third period, will get a man advantage here as the power play goes back to work. Wainwright wins the draw. Goslin from the point gets it over to Fletcher. Carson Fletcher feeds it over to Blake Fletcher. Back to Carson. Carson shots, but that is blocked. Hamilton able to pick the pocket and not allow Oyen to clear the zone. Feeds it over to Blake Fletcher. Blake leaves it for Goslin. Goslin's shot is redirected wide. Aykroyd in behind the net. Nice little move to play off the wall to himself. Gets it over to Hamilton. Hamilton over to Goslin. Passes in his skates, and he couldn't control it cleanly. And Oyen able to clear the zone. Eisman comes way out of his net to play it. Off the wall, out towards center ice. And Oyen dumps it in. 15 minutes to go in this third period. 15 minutes to go in this third period. Pfister wins the draw, and the Rustlers get it back to the point. Comerford with the puck on a stick, and his pass gets knocked down. And the Eagles captain plays it in right on net, and Eisman is going to have to hold on to that one. And the Eagles get a shorthanded offensive zone faceoff. 17 seconds to go in the Rustler power play. Eagles won the draw back, but the Rustlers got to it first. They get it quickly down the ice, but not able to set anything up. And now they take a penalty of their own. It's going to be Cole Aykroyd heading to the box. It's going to be tripping. And if he's not careful, he might take another penalty here. A little bit of pushing and shoving down there in the corner. The linesmen break it up, and Aykroyd will head to the box. Tripping minor, and the Rustlers' power play is over. 5 seconds remaining in the Dumanowski penalty, after which the Eagles will have a power play opportunity to try and claw their way back into this one. Rustlers win the draw, and Horn taking his time, knowing that the penalty kill is upcoming. And Creasy just got out of the train tracks, nearly got his head taken off, got out of the way just in time, and now the Eagles coming in hot, and the whistle blows, and the Rustlers are going to take another penalty. It's going to be another tripping call. And this time it's going to be Cole Horn. So 2 goals in the box, both for tripping, and the Rustlers will have a 5-on-3 penalty kill. Their second of the night. Eagles win the faceoff. We're working into the high slot now over to the faceoff dot on the left side. Back into the slot, back to the dot, and that one-timer is saved by Eisman and is deflected up into the netting, and we get a whistle. Rustlers win the draw and clear it down the ice, killing precious time off this 5-on-3 penalty kill. Thornton with a lot of speed for the Eagles heads down ice, and now the referee has his arm in the air. It's going to be an Oyen penalty upcoming. And Gosselin just plays it in behind the net, and the whistle will go. It's going to be a high stick. And I think it's going to be on Braxton Thornton, who came flying into the zone with lots of speed. Got a stick up in the chin of a Rustler defender. And chip it in deep. But the Eagles the other way quickly. He played in behind the net. Ring it around the boards. Smigelski puts a shot right on goal, and Eisman swallows that one up easily, holding on for a faceoff with just 5 seconds to go in the Cole Ackroyd penalty, 26 seconds to go in the Cole Horn penalty. And if the Rustlers can survive, they'll have a power play opportunity after that for about 40 seconds. They win the draw here, and Jackson slings it around the boards. Once again, took a weird hop off a stanchion. That's the second or third time tonight down in this end of the ice. But the Rustlers maintain possession nonetheless. And we're going to get a whistle here as that puck hit a Rustler player on the bench. And now Fletcher quickly off the faceoff down the ice, goes to the forehand. He would try to go backhand forehand through the crease, but couldn't maintain control. And now both Rustlers out of the box. It's a power play for Wainwright and a chance in tight as Blake Fletcher's shot from the backhand is steered aside by Olsen. Now Gosling on the left side spins around. He's got Fletcher at the point, and he tries to feed it to him, but it went right through his legs and down the ice. 10 seconds to go in the Rustlers shortened power play opportunity here. Now Creasy steps in, fires a shot, but it went off a shin pad. Pfister walks it up the wall, spins around, plays it down in behind the net. It's Fletcher there. Blake Fletcher having a huge night for the Rustlers. Seems like he's in every single play. And that shot was kicked aside by Olsen, and now Thornton comes the other way for the Eagles. He fires a shot. Eisman steers it away with his blocker, tries to shovel it forward to a teammate, finally finds its way to Carson James. And James carries across the blue line, feeds it to Dickery, winds and fires a hard shot. And what a save made by Shane Olsen, flashing the leather on that low slap shot on the glove side. And he keeps this a 5-1 hockey game as we have just eclipsed the halfway point of this third period, 9:57 to go. Clark plays it in behind the net. Comerford to pass out in front, but James couldn't get enough on that to put it in the empty cage. Now he steps into the slot himself, and that shot goes just wide. Rustlers able to keep it in the zone, but the Eagles steal it back. They get it out to center ice, but swoop back inside their own blue line. Now off the wall, down the ice, and it's going to end up just wide of the net, but no icing call. It's waved off. Now battle in the corner. 3 Rustlers in there, 2 Eagles. Things are getting rough. The referee, one already has his arm up, and it's going to be an Oyen penalty. Held onto by Olsen, and we're going to get the whistle, and it's going to be a boarding penalty against Oyen, and it's going to be somebody's got to head to the box. And they finally picked him out of the crowd. It's going to be Caden Dumanowski heading to the box again. It's going to be boarding this time. 2-minute power play on deck for the Rustlers. Goslin from the point. Gets it to Blake Fletcher, now up to Carson Fletcher. Over to Goslin, and his one-touch pass, little off the mark, but Blake was able to pick it up. His shot goes wide. Now Hamilton from the point. Over to Goslin from the top of the circle. He fires a shot. Save made. Rustlers get the rebound. A couple whacks at it, and it finally goes in. I'm not sure who gets the credit yet, but the Rustlers make it 6-1 on the power play. 8:23 left in this third period. And the home team with a commanding lead. Looks like it's going to be a Cole Ackroyd goal. And Wainwright pouring it on here in the third period. And we're going to get another whistle, another penalty upcoming. It's going to be against the Rustlers this time. A charging penalty. This time against Chase Fletcher. 2 minutes for a charge. And looking back on my trusty instant replay, not sure if that was a charge or if that was the officials trying to just keep things in check. But nonetheless, the Rustlers on the penalty kill once again, and the Eagles look like they may have gotten away with it offsides there. But now they set up their power play. Walking the blue line and firing a shot. Was Ryszkowski, and now a battle in the corner. The Eagles come away with it, but a great defensive stick by Berg, followed up with a good play by Mullet to clear the puck down the ice. And the Rustlers power play unit comes up big once again. Or sorry, penalty kill unit. Now the Eagles gain the zone, fire a shot well wide of the net off a Rustler stick. Ryszkowski with a long shot goes wide and bounces off the end wall. Eisman holds on, and now some rough stuff in the crease. Cole Horn's getting busy in there. Kelvin Hamilton's getting busy in there. Shots being thrown. A bit of a scrum down there. No. Gloves dropped. We'll see if anything comes of this. Looks like we may have some offsetting minors upcoming. Kelvin Hamilton being directed towards the penalty box. And Bulky being headed or being directed to the penalty box as well. Looks like Cole Horn is going to be taking a rest, and it looks like the Eagles captain, Jarvis Smigelski, is also heading to the sin bin. Presumably all four and that is the case. It will remain a 5-on-4 power play in favor of the road team. And away we go. Rustlers win the draw. Fletcher plays it down the ice, but it caught the linesman and doesn't make it all the way down.
Presenting to Oyen, 22, Oyen Felton. Wow. Jordas T. Burton, Jim Duffy, 17, Kevin Hamilton, Peter Dickey, Paul Horn, all fans for Rutledge.
So all four of those players, as Eisman makes a save on a long shot from the point, all four of those players serving 2 minutes for roughing. And we got 6:32 left in this third period. Rustlers still leading by a score of 6-1. Being outshot on the scoreboard, though, 27-22 in favor of Oyen. Eisman has played well all evening long and shut the door on the Eagles, aside from one first period goal, the opening goal of the game. Now Oyen from the point. They played in deep behind the net. But Berg gets there, plays around the wall, just as Fletcher's stepping out of the box, and he's got a breakaway. Comes in, fires a shot up high, and he scores! Perfect timing for the Rustlers as they ring it around the boards, just trying to clear the zone. Just as Chase Fletcher was stepping out of the box at the end of the Oyen power play, he picks it up in stride, heads down the ice, all by his lonesome, and beats Olsen up high, bar down, over the shoulder on the glove side, and he makes this 7-1 with 6 minutes to go in the third period. Dicker knocks it down at center ice. Feeds it down low to James. Goes around the back of the net. James up to the point. Jackson has it there. He fires a shot. Olsen got a piece of it with his glove, but couldn't hold on. Now the Eagles clear the zone. Pfister turns on the Jets down the left wing to pick up a loose puck. Steps around one forechecker, or one back checker, I should say. Gets puck to the point, and that shot was blocked. Now the Eagles the other way. Jackson with good defensive posturing, keeping that puck to the outside and shutting down that rush. And Aykroyd sends it in deep. Leggett chases down in the corner. Puck bouncing around. Aykroyd picks it up, feeds it back to Leggett, and his centering pass doesn't find a teammate. The Eagles gain the zone, and now we got a scuffle down in the Oyen end, and it was Cole Aykroyd hauling down an Eagles defender as the two were exchanging blows. It was Aykroyd and Rostowski. Those two will surely head to the box, maybe even to the room. And they will. That's going to be the end of the night for both of them. Oh, no, I am mistaken. We got some roughing penalties. Oh, they're going to give them both slashing penalties, even though they were in a wrestling match at the Oyen blue line. So 4:45 to go. The Rustlers leading 7-1. Things have been chippy here for about a period and a half. Woodward from his own end feeds it forward to Comerford. He can't corral that pass. And the Eagles turn up the rush the other way. They get to center ice, dump it into the near corner. Berg chases it down. It's knocked off his stick, though, but he's able to get it right back. Flips it up in the air. Creasy's on the left wing waiting for it. He feeds it to Fletcher. Fletcher with a chance, but just barely knocked the puck loose. Did the Oyen defender. And the puck trickles in on goal, and Olsen holds on for a faceoff. Rustlers win the draw. Put a shot towards the goal. Hamilton redirected it, but just missed the net. Now Jackson from the point. Feeds it to Fletcher. Fletcher fires a shot and scores. What a shot from the top of the circle as Blake Fletcher cashes in and makes this 8-1 with 3.5 minutes to go. Can almost guarantee you Blake Fletcher's getting the player of the game in this one tonight. He's been all over the ice, playing his heart out. And he's the one that extends this lead to 7. Now Jackson from his own blue line goes across the ice to Fletcher. It gets knocked off his stick, and Horn picks it up at his own blue line. And another whistle. It's going to be a slashing penalty, and it's going to go against Oyen. It's going to be the Eagles captain, Jarvis Smigelski, heading to the box once again. And with exactly 3 minutes to go, the Rustlers will get another power play opportunity in the late stages of this one. They win the draw, but Mullet can't handle it at the blue line, so he's got to chase it down. Comerford carries it into the zone, steps around a defender, cuts to the front of the net, and hit Pfister wide open at the back post. He makes no mistake, buries that one, makes it 9-1 for the Rustlers. So, barring a couple divine miracles for the Eagles, the Rustlers will come away with a win in this one, improving their record on the season to 3-1. And they will next travel to Huendon next Saturday night, November 15th, to take on the Jets. The Jets coming into tonight were another 1-2 team, just like the Eagles, as Shane Olsen makes another great glove save deep in his crease to keep the Rustlers in single digits with 1:53 to go. So the Rustlers will go play the Huendon Jets next Saturday on the road. The following weekend, they'll be on the road again in Stettler against those Combines next Friday night. Then they'll head back home the following weekend to play Delburn as they host the Outlaws and wrap up the month with the Sedgwick Sabres on Friday, November 28th. As I mentioned earlier, these two teams won't see each other again until the very last game of the regular season in February. Of course, that'll be in Oyen. Wrestlers on the power play just working around the zone. Fletcher, fans on that shot. Aykroyd had a chance, but his backhander went wide of the net. I guess I should say, as the puck goes up and over the glass into the seats with some heat on it, but there is nobody in the area, so that's all good. Minute 15 left in this one. As the Rustlers look to put it to bed, spend the rest of their evening celebrating a big win on home ice. Hard shot by Comerford went wide of the net. Pfister picks up the rebound. He works it down low to Dicker, trying to find Comerford on the back post. Passes out of his reach. Now Pfister steps in, fires a shot, but it rode up the stick of a defender and into the netting. 55 seconds to go in this third period. Now Dicker from behind the net. Feeds it to Comerford. Back to Dicker in the corner. Now Comerford at the point. He winds and fires, but that shot is blocked. Pfister in the near corner gets it to Mullet at the point. His shot goes off a stick, but it makes its way to Dicker. Tried to play it around the boards, but the Eagles got a hold of it. Can't clear the zone, though. Now Dicker on the near side. Gets it to Pfister. 20 seconds to go. Comerford plays it to James in the slot. Doesn't get to him. And Derek Pfister picks up the loose puck, fires one home on the short side under the blocker of Shane Olson, and he makes it 10-1. And for the second time in 4 games this season, the Rustlers hit double digits on the scoreboard. Fifteen and a half seconds to go before the final buzzer as the Rustlers just continue to pile on in the third period. The Eagles played in deep. Horn picks it up. They'll try to pin it against the wall, run out the clock, and that will do it. A huge win for the Rustlers on home ice. They win 10-1 on home ice for the second time in as many home games this season. And they improved to 3-1 on the season. They'll hit the road for the next 2 weekends. But then 3 weeks from now, on Friday, November 28th, we'll be back here on YouTube bringing you all the Rustler action in what should be a hard-fought game against the Provost Combines. Well, that'll do it for us tonight. We thank you so much for joining us and taking in this Rustlers action here on a Saturday night in Wainwright. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy your Remembrance Day on Tuesday. And we will see you in about 3 weeks' time for more Rustler action. Until then, stay safe, stay warm, and we'll see you next time.